Find the problem and solve it. Whether it's been solved before and you're gonna do it in a better way, or a problem that's never been solved before. The real key to be a great entrepreneur is to find a gap in the marketplace and bring the value. If you can do it better than somebody else, if you can create a company that solves a certain problem or helps a certain target audience, a certain person better than anybody has before, then you have a unique value proposition. And what that means is that you're able to help people in some way that's better than anybody else has before. You could also create a solution to a problem that's never been solved before. That's bringing in a whole new category and doing something that's never been done. That's being a pioneer. But really, the key to entrepreneurship is bringing a ton of value and solving problems. It's not about building a business. I think a lot of people have that wrong. Oh, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna hustle and grind and create this large corporation, this huge business. And really, all you're doing is you're trying to make money. Don't get me wrong, you should make money. You should make as much money as you can. But money is a byproduct of you bringing value into the marketplace. Me, even as a coach or as a speaker, it's the same thing. I wouldn't get paid just to stand on stage or just to talk to somebody. There has to be value in that communication. In this video, there has to be value for you to watch it and to get paid on ads or whatever it might be, right? It really is important for you to wrap around the idea that if you bring value, you will get paid handsomely. You will get paid very well. You will get compensated the way that you want to get compensated. But the end of the day, dilemma that you have to really get over to be a great entrepreneur is to realize that, hey, do I have something of value? Do I have something the marketplace actually needs? I've worked with so many people, and starting out, when I'm working with them, they have an idea of an app or they have an idea of a business that they want to create. And look, here's kind of how it goes. It's usually something along the lines of, oh, I have this great idea for an app and I'm gonna go out and make it happen and hustle hard and grind, and maybe I'll even knock on doors and cold call. And that's really, that's the secret to success. I gotta go out and hustle. And the best thing that I could tell you is, if you're one of those people, just forget it. Just stop right now. You're wasting your time. You're trying to force something into the marketplace that there's no demand for. You see, the way that you make a product valuable is you need demand, not just supply. I could supply you plenty of humor, or I can make jokes, but maybe you don't have a demand for that if you're into what you're into. If you're watching this, you want self-development, you want to improve yourself. So in the context of who you're serving, what marketplace are you going out to? Who are you trying to help, and what problem are you trying to solve? Get real. Know your target audience. How old is the guy or girl? Are they 23? Where do they live? What language do they speak? What's their behavior online? Where do they hang out? You have to find them and target them. That's how you actually run a business. You don't come up with some app idea or some other genius idea and then go out there and hope that the marketplace wants it. You gotta validate it. And sure, there are hits like that have happened, and you might say, oh, well, remember that company or that company? They just came out of nowhere. And yes, as much as that might be how it seems, most of the time, there's a lot of work behind the scenes. They fail a couple of times. They try a few different apps that flop, or, they build a business, nothing really happens. They pour in a lot of money, and maybe they even go bankrupt. You've probably heard of plenty of successful people that start from all the way down. They make some mistakes in the beginning, and you got to learn from that, sure. But don't trap yourself in this thinking of, oh, I got this app and now I got to hustle, or oh, I have this business model and I just got to go out there, and if I knock on enough doors, create something that there's actually demand for. Why are you making your life so difficult, Why are you making it so challenging for yourself to be a great entrepreneur? All you gotta do is find the demand. Talk to people. If you are somebody that's really into fishing, for example, random example, I know, but if you're really into fishing, talk to other fishing enthusiasts and maybe think of yourself and the problem that you have and ask them what their biggest problems are, and then look for one of them that you can solve. Create a product around that. Before you know it, you have a whole business. That first product sells, you go on, you research some more, you find another product to create, and your business is gonna keep growing. But you have to think in terms of solutions to real problems. You have to think of supply bringing something to a real demand in the marketplace. I wouldn't be making these videos if nobody wanted to learn and grow and improve. What's the point in that? You have to actually bring something that people want. And in some marketplaces, there's a lot of competition. In that case, you got to bring a unique value proposition, right? You got to actually have something where you stand out. So, if you're trying to sell a cupcake, good luck, because there's a lot of cupcakes out there, or a cookie, or something that's a commodity. You're trying to sell a bottle of water in the store. It's going to be difficult to get shelf space. You have to have something that really stands out. A great example for a water bottle, look up Voss, V-O-S-S, just Google that. They have a glass bottle, it looks really premium and clean. They charge a premium for it, but they made a lot of sales because there's a unique value proposition. It makes you feel kind of wealthy when you're drinking out of it. And sure, many people might say, oh, that's just silly, but there's a target audience for that, for people that want to feel like they have the premium, the high end. The same goes for suits. You can get an Armani suit, or you can get a cheap suit at your local, clothing store that's just kind of average, right? So there's always a space for playing the premium game, the high-end game, and trying to cut prices and be the lowest and really have the best value offer. There's a space for everybody, but if you're going into a field or a place where there's a lot of competition, it's so crucial and important that you have something that's unique. Don't just go in there hoping for the best. Don't just suppose that everything is going to go your way. In fact, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to expect that things will go against you. You will lose customers and clients to other companies that discover that, oh, look, this guy solved this problem. He built a business around it. He's being really successful. Why don't we just rip it off? If you don't get a patent, right? Now you got a problem with your product. Maybe you just want to sell something online. Maybe you just want to do an ebook or an e-course, or maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel. Like whatever it is, whatever path you want to go, you really just have to know, who am I trying to help? What problem am I trying to solve? Like, who am I serving with this that I'm doing, this product or this content that I'm releasing? Who am I trying to help? Why am I trying to help them? And how do I help them in better ways? If this is the case, if there's anybody else competing and trying to do the same thing, how do I do a better job of that than everybody else that's coming into the same field or space, okay? So to be a great entrepreneur, find a problem, solve it better than everybody else, right? Bring that unique value, build up, find more problems to solve in the similar marketplace, and you can grow a big company around this. Otherwise, good luck. If you had an idea and you think hustle, 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 and you're still stuck on knocking on the doors and working the hard way, sure, you can learn some things that route, you can probably get a few lessons, but eventually you realize you have to actually bring a product that has demand. You have to your supply actually has to have demand so that it'll sell, so that you have something to offer that's of value. And that's really what it comes down to. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. What's your entrepreneurial venture? Share that with us, and I will see you on the next one.